well, good morning. In Mexico is 9 a.m., so it's in the morning. So well, I am Alejandro Mercado. I am a developer now adding DevOps tools under my belt. And this is my cat. I have been doing development, especially web development, for about 20 years. I'm also member of the DevOps Institute as ambassador for Mexico. I also part of the GitLab Hero program and continue to deliver a foundation community ambassador. This is a little about me. So just to put it in context, maybe you have never heard about Mexico. Mexico is very close to the United States, and well, maybe you don't know, but Mexico is a pretty big country. Mexico population is about 129 million people. So just in Mexico City, we have like 22 million people. This is actually a real picture of the subway in the peak hour. So you can imagine big city, big problems. So geographically, we belong to North America, but we are Latinos. No, we speak Spanish. We still have an oil-based economy. We of course like soccer, tequila, beer. Well, I say that because not just because we like to drink tequila, because it's not like that. Well, we do, but tequila and beer is an important part of the gross income in Mexico. So we also have tourism, amazing places, music club, and of course the technological side is very important in Mexico because we are pretty close to the United States. We have several clusters in Mexico to attend the US market. So it's kind of important for Mexico because in comparison, I can say with India, we are in the same time zone. So, well, you don't have to attend a meeting, I don't know, in the night or 4 a.m. because of that. So this is an advantage for us. So just a fun fact about Mexico. Maybe you have ever heard about it. We celebrate the Day of Death, but we don't eat them anymore. But the Day of Death in Mexico is not Halloween. We don't have zombies and monsters. No, this is not about us. Well, saying that, I am going to talk about DevOps, going from Dev to DevOps. That I think that DevOps is everywhere. So to talk about DevOps is not that easy because it depends of your background, the point of view or the approach that you're going to take about DevOps. I mean, if you are a developer, maybe you want to talk about the code, how to implement the continuous integration or delivery. Or if you are a agile practitioner, it's totally understandable that you are going to have another approach or point of view about DevOps. Or if you are a tester, where is huge different. So we are going to have this holistic approach, no? I mean, meaning that it's a reference to the whole, no? Taking the big picture in consideration. So DevOps is a set of practices that combines software development and IT operations. And this is the first definition that you can find if you Google it, but it's not that easy. I mean, this is kind of controversial because it's not just to join devs and developers and sysadmins. No, it's not that easy. It's got deeper, and maybe this is another more accurate definition about DevOps, that is the combination of cultural philosophies, practices, and tools that increases an organization's ability to deliver applications and services at high velocity. This is about, the digital transformation. So DevOps is not like a role, despite of that you can find it in some job boards. This is kind of weird because, well, DevOps, as I said, is a philosophy that companies or institutions are adopting to make things faster with better quality, to stay competitive in a very hard market. So well, maybe if you take the detail of these job boards, maybe they are asking for a Google Cloud engineer or something more specific. But well, it gets me. It's like kind of a confusion to get these roles. But I can say that there is certifications about DevOps, like this one from the DevOps Institute, that you can become a DevOps leader. And in this case, it makes sense because, well, inside of the company, you need someone to lead the projects, the implementation, to communicate the CIO, the management team with the developers, with the technical side, and to maintain the things going. To have things going okay. So, well, you can find this kind of certifications nowadays. They are becoming more popular. And this slide is kind of interesting because it's about the tools. We are seeing an explosion of tools. I don't know how many tools are mentioned here. It depends of the some of these tools are for testing, others for making containers, others for deployment, for continuous integration, for etc. etc. So well, DevOps is not just about the tools. Of course, the tools are very important, but it's not just about the tools or about the automation that someone's can think that, well, we automate the whole processes, so we are doing the DevOps. No, it's not like that. But, well, this is the picture that shows the flow of the life cycle of the DevOps. It's very famous, this, because maybe someone in the audience have used another methodology like waterfall or even agile, but agile in the early, it's like 20 years ago, we started to talk about the agile manifesto. So the idea that is the same idea to make better software in shorter time and better quality, and not to compromise the operation, and of course stay safe. Security is a huge concern in today organizations or companies. So well, this is the waterfall, the old waterfall friend that we used to do the things like that. It was like a big bang from one day to another. Boom! You have the whole system running. It shows that we had several problems because of that. So we found better ways to make software. So we started doing this agile and iterating, doing these sprints just to release in shorter time, to have at the end of the day what the client asked for, and not to have our software, not the client software. So some important concepts of DevOps that I hope that you get from this talk is DevOps is not a recipe. It's dynamic, iterative, and incremental. The development is continuous. The idea is to make a safe delivery, and when we are doing the integration, not to break things. But actually, there is a never-ending path or journey, because, well, the idea is that when you go to production, it's the beginning, I can say, of the life of our software. So from this point, we have to take care to maintain, to update, to patch. Software is harder, is more complex every day. So you don't know. Well, you have to adapt to the new features, to the new devices. There's a lot of considerations. So the team is going to do releases, if not daily, or probably day by day. You have to adapt the whole pipelines to make it faster, but just to not break things. So the speed is important. As I said, to distribute our software, to scale the software, and of course not to compromise nothing. And thinking about this collaboration, and of course the security is kind of important. Some of the fundamentals of the DevOps. So maybe you can raise your hand if you are having a smile in your face because someone in your team or yourself in some sort time of your development career have said that it works on my machine. Well, actually it works, but it was a very common, it is a very common problem nowadays. So, well, because we are having our local environment, so when we do the deployment, it just doesn't work. So this quote is about that. Yeah, it's your code, your accountability. You have to take care about it. No, you have to be there to get it running. It's not like, well, in older times, I can say that we deliver the software and we go to our houses or anywhere else. So it was just like that. I am talking about web development. We just did the, I don't know, FTP or file transfer protocol, just to upload the files and the code, and that's it. We never know about if it was running or it's the performance, or if something went bad. Well, we until the next day we have a lot of emails saying, oh, this code is not working properly, or the site is down, or something like that. So, well, this is not the idea anymore of working. So what we are seeing now is something like that. Before DevOps, we said it works on my machine, and after DevOps, it works on my container. So it's kind of fun because it's true. So, well, sometimes people ask me about serverless, versus DevOps. So I can say serverless is not the same that DevOps. They have same considerations, but serverless refers to any cloud-native service for implementing application logic that allows the developer to focus on the app and not to think about servers. No, that's the idea. So a provider, any provider that you have in mind, can have the whole infrastructure available just to you to use, not just the infrastructure, I mean the servers, even some layers like the database or the functions. No, maybe you have ever heard about functions as a services. So, well, they have this for you, and kind of same the idea of to be more productive, the same that DevOps, but serverless is like just one leg of the table, I can say. So when we talk about DevOps, DevOps is not new. It's not really new. We were talking about DevOps and 20, 21 years ago. So you can see in this timeline the when we started to talk about agile, and the idea is the same, so it remains, to deliver good software, better quality assurance, speed, not to break things. It's just the same. So the concerns are the same from 20 years ago. So just we adopted. Well, we have of course a lot of new tools and we can see here in this slide the milestones we can say in the DevOps history. For instance, the first Docker release was like 7 years ago, and at the same time, the Phoenix project. This is a book by Jim Kim. You can see here. This is a very famous book that if you want to do some DevOps, you must read. It's totally recommended, highly recommended, because it's about that, about the complexity of an IT department, how to deal with that. It's kind of fun. It's not that technical. I think it's highly recommended. So to the actually days, or to these days, we have seen another tools. We are evolving the DevOps term. So we have now other sub areas of DevOps that I am going to show you in the next slides. So the key concepts or DevOps are automated testing. We need to ensure the quality of our software, continuous integration, and continuous deployment, to do as many deployments, as many commits as we can. And we are talking now about TDD. We are in this process or having the test even before the code. There are some companies that are doing some experiments with this other paradigm that is ODD, that is observability driven development. That I'm going to talk about observability a little bit. Monitoring and logging is kind of important because, when you deliver the software, you have to know what is going on with the software. So maybe if you have an error, you are going to get a log, but this log can be enormous, very big, a lot of lines. So it can be kind of difficult to get some information or to know the reasons because of the failure. So we evolved the term, not evolved, but I can say that observability is above monitoring and logging, because the idea of observability is to get insights to prevent future failures. So having this in mind, we can do some kind of observability data-driven development. It's kind of new, pretty interesting. So another key concept of DevOps is the architecture. I think that you had another session about microservices. We have several architectures. The idea is to have the best that architecture that fit the business needs. So we talk a lot about microservices right now versus monolithic architectures. Maybe you have heard about this because of this whole situation, of the COVID-19, in the United States, the employment system, who was designed in COBOL. Maybe you have never heard, if you are very young. COBOL is a very old language. Well, it's a pretty good language, I can say, but well, I mean, we have other languages, more competitive language, I can say. But the problem with this system, because of the situation, they need a lot of COBOL developers. But the problem is that this system was it was like a real problem because it's not scalable, or it's difficult to scale. The growing vertical with or horizontal. It's not that easy. Well, it was just to add another server and more metal to and this is kind of difficult because, well, when they have this high demand of the services, they need more servers, and it's just like that. But, well, we have better ways of doing that nowadays. So well, it was just a very big monolith. It's monolithic. So, well, we are. The idea is to migrate this. Well, in Mexico, we have a lot of COBOL code nowadays. I can say this very stable, and a lot of banks in the financial sector, it's very common. But, well, they are trying, but it's not that easy. Well, of course, communication and collaboration is huge important in a DevOps. It's part of this philosophy. DevOps culture must be one at the inside of the company, to be fine-tuned and to have the needed agility. It depends, of course, of the company. So, well, this is a slide about continuous delivery. Now, the idea have to do it, and the test strategy, that is also so important. And the end of the day, we are going to implement, as part of the DevOps, the pipeline. No, I mean, in the technical side, we are going just to see this pipeline that is like the consideration of all the other aspects. No, beginning from our code, doing the commit, doing the processes. I mean, the stages. It can go from scope development to QA to staging or consolidation to onto production. The whole pipeline can be automated. It can be that way or not, because there are some companies that they prefer to do the final delivery. I mean, to go to production, I can say manually. Yeah, for security reasons, they want to do it not just every step automated, but it depends. It completely depends of the company. So well, in this part of the pipeline, we can see the continuous integration, and this other part of the pipeline, we can see the continuous delivery pipeline. So the idea is to be agile and not to break teams. So have this two-way travel between the workflows, the teams, and the architecture workflow teams. It is a never-ending journey, that I had said. So well, this is the idea of DevOps philosophy nowadays. So many someone can ask, oh, well, Alex, how many new things do I have to learn and maybe it's upset because of that, because well, this career is like that. We have to learn every day. We can't stop learning. uh, so I find this web developer. I found this web developer roadmap. Well, we are going to share the presentation to share this, but it's kind of interesting because, as I said, software is tough, is complex. So we have a lot of tools, a lot of technologies, frameworks, libraries. So if you want to take a deeper look of this, here, this is the URL. This roadmap, 2020 roadmap, is split in front end, back end, and DevOps. So you can have this idea of, wow, this is too much, just to know at least just one programming language, can be Java, C#, Rust, Go. Maybe I have to know about protocols, about HTTP, about web servers, some to deal with my repos. Maybe I have to learn GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket, and about databases, about security, protocols for authentications. Wow. It's a never-ending history. And some of this, well, overlap in one part. I mean, if you are don't care if you are a front-end developer, back-end developer, or are trying to integrate in a DevOps team, you must know about Git or a programming language. So well, just I will leave it here, this site. Just if you want to see it, I will let. But the DevOps skills of the future are hybrid. There are some studios that are talking about that, because it's nearly impossible that you learn about everything. So take it easy. It's not like that. It's completely understandable that you are not going to learn about everything. So maybe just the idea is to have these DevOps skills, not specialized. So, well, as a conclusion, I can say that all developers are cloud developers. So, maybe this is a relief. Yeah, because the idea is that these tools that we are using nowadays, you can use your language, programming language, no matter if this is JavaScript or Python or PHP or whatever you are using. You are going to use it to implement the cloud functions. So to go to the whole path of DevOps. So, you can be sure that you can be a cloud developer. And this evolution of operations is also fun because it's true. We have seen this evolution of ops, DevOps, DevSecOps, MLOps, and Triceratops, and it's kind of fun because, well, we I don't know about the layer in the bottom, but we are not seeing some other areas involved in the DevOps operation, in the whole DevOps implementation inside the companies, like artificial intelligence or machine learning. So it's completely sure that you can expect this new role that someone that, well, actually there is a new field that is called AI ops, artificial intelligence ops. Actually, I gave a talk about that. So there are also some companies offering services and products about like Mongoose, like are offering these new trends of inside DevOps, huge movement. So yeah, that if you want to be proactive and you want to stay at the top of the wave, you can start studying artificial intelligence combined with DevOps operation, and this is a win for sure. For sure, you are going to have a lot of job. So, well, I don't know. Well, I think that I make it a little fast.